Hi, I'm Joe Collins from Avalon Accounting, and today I'd like to talk to you about the key ingredients to building a valuable business. Now, what this video is not going to show you is how to get rich quick. Building a valuable business is not easy, which is probably why there's so few of them. But I'll outline here a few of the key ingredients to building a valuable business. Now, whether you're going to sell your business one day, still one of the best pieces of advice I can give you is to build it like you're going to sell it. If you can build a business that other people would actually want to buy, chances are it's a business that you'll want to keep running and will be super valuable to others as well. Unfortunately, the norm is that most business owners get to the place where they want to sell their business and there's no willing buyer for them. And the reason being is that no one wants to buy into a business that has long hours and low pay with the added pressure of keeping customers and employees happy. If you can take a step back and look at it from the perspective of a potential buyer, you can set up your business in a way that's really fun to run and will give you the option to sell it if you need to. Now in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 key ingredients to building a very valuable business. Plus, I'll throw in a 4th tip at the end, so make sure you watch till then. Firstly, you need predictable sales and cash flow. As a business owner, you know your number 1 responsibility is sales, but you've got lots of other jobs to do as well. The solution is to build a sales and marketing pipeline that keeps your customers coming back for more and requires minimal involvement from you. There's lots of ways to do this, so let's go through a few examples now. So example number 1 is building a subscription model into your business. You can take a look at your products and services and see which ones your customers buy on a regular basis. Now you can package those services up and deliver them in an automated way. The benefit to you here is that you get predictable cash flow and revenue without any further action from you. Now, whether you can implement a subscription model or not, going back to basics on customer service is critical. If you're providing a great product with great customer service, customers are going to come back more and more. Another aspect to this is keeping in contact with your customers. Gather their information, find out what they like to buy, and keep in contact with them. Now, we've heard it before. Getting a new customer is a lot more expensive than selling to a customer you already have. And using good customer service is going to make sure that you generate as much cash and revenue from the customers you already have. Now, another method to consider is a referral process. Give your customers a reason to refer their friends and family to you. Now, a referral process can be done wrong in so many ways, but done right, your customers will feel great about supporting you and will look like superstars to their friends and family for referring a great product like yours to them. The sale is not the final step though. You'll need to turn those sales into cash. Thankfully, modern technology has made collecting cash from your customers easier than ever. So as a business owner myself, nothing drives me crazier than getting an invoice and not being sure how to pay it. So if you're a business that sends invoices to customers, do yourself a favor and make it crystal clear on your invoice how to pay you. This will make cash collection inevitable. So as an example, for clients of ours, we recommend using Xero because with a Xero invoice, there's going to be a Pay Now button up in the corner and clients will know exactly what to do to pay you. Another great way to make sure you get paid on time every time is to set up a pre-authorized debit system like Rotessa or DivDot. I'll link those ones below, but what you need to know about them is that you can collect money directly from your customers' bank accounts on the day that your invoice is due. All right, so cash and revenue are the oxygen for your business, but what keeps that going? Taking care of your employees is an essential component to building a valuable business. Every business owner is going to have their own method for keeping their employees engaged and happy and building a culture that supports them, but the goal is the same. Low turnover and good production is going to make you more profitable. Plus, you'll have happy, engaged employees that care about your business and want to help you be successful. Alternatively, if you have high levels of turnover because your staff is not happy, you're going to have to be retraining new staff. That's going to mean your production levels and service levels are going to plummet and your profits are going to suffer as well. Here's another pivotal piece of advice. Many business owners have customers that want to deal with them directly for everything. Now, there's always going to be a circumstance where you have to jump in as an owner on a client situation, but having staff with clearly defined roles for most of the things that happen in your business and sticking to those roles is really critical. Now, this is because an outside buyer is going to look at your business and see whether the whole thing will collapse if you're not there. Now, let's take this a step further. An outside buyer is going to look at your business and see it as super valuable if you have committed staff and low turnover, as well as you have clearly defined roles and you're actually not that involved in your business day to day. Now, a final word on this. As a business owner myself, I can tell you it gives me great job satisfaction to know I have happy employees that are committed to my business. It may not show on my bottom line all the time, but it is really important for me to really enjoy my work and know that I'm building something special. Next up, what's the day-to-day stuff that makes your business run well enough that someone will want to buy it? How you do things in your business is your secret sauce to getting the top value for a sale or for building a business that you'll actually want to keep. Now, building a set of operational procedures may sound a bit tedious, but it's critical to building a valuable business. So here are the key areas that you'll want to build processes in. So number one, sales and marketing. How do you attract customers and close the sale? Number two, operations. How do you get the product or service into the hands of the customers that bought from you? Number three, people. How do you attract and retain and train new people inside your business? Number four is finance. How do you count the money? How do you know how you're performing? And number five, and I think this is really critical, is how do you keep improving those processes in your business? It's kind of a meta process around all the other processes that make sure your business is getting better and better every day. Now, there's lots of ways to implement these processes and procedures, but what's critical is that they don't collect dust on a shelf. At Avalon, we have a project management software because we're at our desks, 99% of the time. But if you have more of an active business where people are on their feet, maybe you create checklists. The point is, have the systems there and have a process for people to update them and make them better every day. Now, as an example, at Avalon, we have processes and procedures and checklists for everything from onboarding a client to offboarding a client. And what this has allowed us to do is really empower our staff to provide excellent customer service. They're not expending mental energy trying to figure out what the next step is. They're focused on what the customer needs are and providing great service to them. Now, the real key is to just get started. And that can happen in a couple of ways. You can just start with one procedure and just write version 1. Another way that I really like to do these things is to create an outline of all the processes I can think of and then start filling them in as I go. Lastly, empower your staff to help you improve those processes. At Avalon, we have a Slack channel where employees can post any issues they're having with our processes, and we address those issues each week at our meeting. These three things, predictable revenue, a strong team, great processes, are the pillars to building a valuable business. But these pillars also support something else that I'm going to go into next, which is a really strong balance sheet. Now, here's that bonus tip I talked to you about earlier. Now that you've done activities like build a strong team, have a predictable revenue stream, and have solid processes, these are going to start showing up in your balance sheet. And your balance sheet is really the place to look for the value of your business. Now, just as a quick reminder, when we talk about the balance sheet, we're really talking about what you own in the business versus what you owe. For a more detailed look at the balance sheet and what it means, please check out our Financial Foundations guide, which I'll link below. Now, a strong balance sheet is going to be really heavily weighted towards assets and not so much on the liabilities side. And a really, really strong balance sheet is going to be heavily weighted on the assets towards cash or cash equivalents. And that's why it's so important to turn your revenue into cash. Now, the other activities you've been up to, like building a strong team and building super strong processes, may not show up directly on your balance sheet, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. They are truly assets to your business and increase the value. And that's why it's important not to get transfixed on your income statement and your revenue, because it's not telling you the whole story. A really strong income statement can hide some really dirty secrets about how your business is performing, Because if you're not turning that revenue into cash, you're not increasing value. And if you're the only one that's able to produce revenue in your business, it's not a valuable business. You're not building those assets like your processes and know-how and a strong team. So my advice is to really focus on the activities within your business that add value to your balance sheet. So make sure you're looking at your financial statements monthly and pay particular attention to your balance sheet. But know this, a lot of those activities, such as building those processes, aren't gonna show up in your balance sheet right away, but that doesn't mean they're not valuable. So my bonus tip is this, your balance sheet is where the value is, and you should really focus on the activities that increase the value there. So that's it. That's the bottom line. If you focus on those activities like building a strong team, building a revenue generation and cash generation engine, and building strong processes, you're gonna be building a really valuable business that someone else will want to buy. And the upshot is you'll probably wanna work in it more than you did before. Now, all of that is much easier said than done. So if you have any comments or questions, post them below and we'll do our best to answer them. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on any new videos we're creating for entrepreneurs just like you.